It's down there. I had stopped it earlier and it didn't do that. Okay, so hi everybody that was in the waiting room. You're in now. Woohoo!
I'm not seeing participants because I am attempting to keep my screen as clean as possible for y'all. So I don't know how many people there are here, but from what I was seeing earlier, you all might have a pretty good chance of winning because it doesn't look like we have, you know,
no, we have
people.
All right,
no,
so
we have a number
everybody
of people, Carrie.
go ahead.
We're asking people to please use your full Discord name when you enter the game code, because that will make it a lot easier for us to track you. And you do need 2 devices to play. Many of you have played before, but for those of you who haven't, the questions will appear on the Zoom screen, and you will need a phone or a tablet or another device in order to enter your answers.
Do I need to take this a second day? Can you go one? It's only 5.
All right, so one of the things we're going to do is mute everybody so that there's no background noise when we're playing. And Carrie, you'll get muted too, but because you're one of the co-hosts, you'll be able to unmute yourself, okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm going to turn the unmute themselves option off so nobody can unmute themselves. If you guys have an issue, do that little raise your hand thing and we'll find you.
Yep. And for those of you who have participated before, you probably know this, but you may not remember it. There are 20 questions, but there'll actually be 21 on the screen, because the first question is a practice one, just so that you can learn how it works, and it will not record any points. So the first question will have 0 points, just so you have an opportunity to see how it works. And I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes to give anybody who joins a little bit late an opportunity. And actually, anybody can join at any time. The finals we lock once the 20 final people are in, but the first 4 quizzes, anybody can join at any time. And if you're really good, even if you join late, you might be able to get on the podium. And ordinarily, we would have Richard Joel, who is Vera's Hollywood producer, executive producer, creator, writer. He's ordinarily the one who will be emceeing these, but Richard had a conflict this morning. So the first 2 quizzes will be narrated, I guess you would say, by me. And then Richard will be joining us this afternoon to do the 2 final quizzes, and also he'll be here for the finals tomorrow. So you won't get a great deal of entertainment from me, but I will be reading the questions for you. And it looks like, Terry, is there anyone in the waiting room still?
Nope.
Okay, well, let us go ahead and get started then. Good luck to everyone. The top 5 people will be automatically admitted to the finals. Not automatically, but they will be admitted to the finals. And at the end, you will see the top 3 on the podium, but I have a report that has everybody's positions. And so after this is over, I will be posting the top 5 in the Discord channel that you came into from here. And you will be able to go there and see whether you're in the top 5. And if you are, then you need to send a message to Aunt Nan with your contact information, because there will be prizes, and the prizes will be announced at the finals. All right, let's get going. So here we are, the red quiz. 21. And question number 1, this is our test question. Who is the author of the Atlantis Grail? And we will hope that everybody gets this correct. And everybody did. All right. I'm gonna move this around. And by the way, again, for those of you who might be participating for the first time, your answers are scored based on not only were you correct, but also how quickly you answered. So there's no scores yet, but this will give you an idea of who was the fastest. All right, now here comes our first real question. What classroom did Gwen have to go to after the written test during pre-qualification? And everybody answered, and most of you got that correct. A few of them, not quite. So here we have our leaders now. Chifana, 432, is in the lead, but the questions they're all pretty close. So lots of time, lots of questions. On which day after the qualifieds first boarded the Atlantean Ark ships did the fleet pass the solar orbit of Mars? Half and half. Now we'll see who got them correct. You're all answering pretty quickly. There are 20 seconds for each question, so you do have some time. Chifana 432 is still in the lead. Harriet right behind, and a couple people moved up. Mark Ascending, Walmart Gordon Mill. Next question. What do the initials GGR stand for? Again, most people got it correct, and you're all answering very fast. And we have Chifana in the lead still, Harriet still in second. Nobody's positions changed on that one. Next question. The Arajarat Kufasa Sawu was the leader of which country? Eos Hecate is the correct answer. Most of you got that right. And Harriet moved into the lead, and Larkaseni moved up to second. Almost everybody moved up. Chifana missed that one. Saphira has a highest answer streak of 5. Right. Next question. In which quadrant was Elikara Vekahant? Very split answers there. Only 2 of you got that one right, and it is the yellow quadrant. Let's see, Harriet maintained her lead. Larkaseni is still in second. Pam moved all the way up into third now. All right, now we have the next question. Where do Consul Dinu and Asen have their private conversation on ICS-2 3 days prior to landing? These questions come from all the available books except for People. And 7 of you got that right. On the observation deck is correct. And Harriet is still in the lead. Pam moved up, Saphira moved up, Chifana moved back up, and Mark Ascending is down a little bit. Lots of questions left, folks. What did Margot Lark make for breakfast on the 4G's last morning at home? And everybody got that one right at the beginning. Good going. So we're not going to see any changes in position. Some of the People's scores are quite close though, so we may. What is the name of Consul Denu's assistant? And everybody got that one right too. Very good. And we did have a little change in position. Hobnob Goblin was pretty fast on that one, moved up into 5th place. Our next question, we're halfway through. On Atlantis, Gordon and who both start working for the same company? And Dawn is the correct answer. We were kind of split there. And we had a little bit of changes in position now. Shafana is now back in 3rd place. And the Walmart Gordon Mark is back on the board. Next question. Low court includes families with how many generations of nobility? And we're a little bit split there too. Everybody answered, somebody answered every single one of those. But half of you got it right. And we had some changes in position there too. Walmart Gordon Mark has a streak of 4 correct answers in a row now. Good job. Next question. What does Aeson not do in reaction to Elikara's death and Zelio's mourning? Everybody answered that one pretty quickly, but only 3 of you got it right. Let's see what that does to our scores. Harriet is maintaining her lead, but a couple people moved up on that one again. Good job. Who is the first of Aeson's friends to become Astradaimon? Split on the answers there again too. 3 of you got that right. 8 of you got it wrong. That is all right. How are we doing here? Shafana, 432, moved up quite a bit there. The podium is changing quite a bit. Everybody's still got a chance. How many laps is Gwen supposed to run in her first agility class? Very quick answers there. And we're split there too, pretty closely. But 4 of you got that one right. Let's see what it does to our scores. Hobnob Goblin and Walmart Gordon Mark moving up again. Harriet still maintaining her lead. 6 more questions. What did Gwen use in her second combat class instead of a corridor net? I think everybody should know this one. Shoelaces. And I was right. Everybody did know it. Good job. And so our positions are not going to change. Sarah has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. What ready-packed lunch did Command Pilot Cassiope pick up in the officer's meal hall? And we've got all the answers there. Savory, Lidari, and arrow grain stir fry is the correct answer. 8 of you got that right. And our positions have not changed, but he's still in the same spot. Which of the following is not one of the forms in Urdu? You know your 12 forms, which most of you do. Most of you got that one correct. Fishing net is not one of the forms. And we had a couple people move up on that one. Shafana 432 and Spira. Very good, people. Just a few more questions now. What flavor did the bakers try to mimic for Grace's birthday cake? I think a lot of you will probably remember that one. And almost everyone did. It was chocolate. That is correct. And the top 5 all got that right. So you're all staying in the same place. Question 19. How old in Atlantean years was Tiliar Bahad when he died? "19" is the correct answer. And 4 of you got that right. Good job. And Harriet is maintaining her lead. And everybody else is still the same there, in the same rank. Who was Ace video calling with when Gwen goes for her first voice lesson after the jump? I suspect most of you will get that right. 3 seconds left. Somebody's not sure. Oh, everybody got it right. All right, good job. Lady Terry is the correct answer. And everybody maintains their position on the scoreboard here. Top 5 anyway. And here's our last question. Whose team was Fozzie Boto on in the games of the Atlantis Grail? Five seconds left. Get your answers in. And Team Irtu is the correct answer. So we've got 5 people who got that correct. We're the first 5. Here we are on the podium now. Position number 3 is Hobnob Goblin, 1406 Pam S. And then our winner, who maintained her position nearly throughout the entire thing, is Harriet. Yay! And there's our 4th and our 5th people, runners up. That's something new, but you will see your names, as I said. If you go to the link in Discord that brought you here, I will have posted in a very short while the list of the 5 winners. And we had a lot of, I hope you all had fun.
Congratulations to everybody who won. Woo!
Yes, congratulations to everybody who won, and congratulations to everybody who played. Some people are very nervous about playing, but it's fun. I guarantee you, I had a lot of fun the first time I played. I've been watching ever since then, and it's a lot of fun, even to just test your knowledge a little bit. And don't worry if the questions are hard, because there's always a few easy ones. There's always a few hard ones. So anyway, thanks for participating, everybody. I told you where to look for the winners. You will need to send Aunt Ann a message with your contact information if you are one of the 5 winners. And up next, I hope we'll see everybody. We have a writers roundtable next time, our next session. And we have a couple of good writers, including Vera, of course. And if you have any questions or you just want to hear about what's going on in writing nowadays.
One thing I want to add, also put your placement. So Harriet, you would DM me with red 1 so that I know what position you were in and in what session you were in. Okay. So I know what kind of prize you're going to get.
That sounds good. These sessions are not as long as we allow time for because the questions tend to go fairly fast. So everybody can feel free to move on to the next one or stick around, but everybody's muted, so we can't really talk.
Well, we can take everybody off, let everybody.
Take everybody
unmute
off mute.
themselves. Okay, now everybody can unmute themselves if they want to chat for a few minutes.
All right, just a reminder, I don't remember if Carrie said this at the beginning. If you are one of the top 5 in this quiz, you cannot participate in the remainder of the quizzes because we want to have a new top 5 from all of them. You can certainly watch them, which is what I did, although I really can't play because I help make the questions. But I like watching them and seeing how people do. But yeah, if you're in the top 5 for red, then you can watch but not participate in blue, green, or yellow. And the
Thank you,
same thing
Mary,
happens
because I
with the
did
rest of the
forget to say
quizzes.
that. So yeah, it wasn't on my.
Oh,
front
and
sheet.
one other thing, tell me what your real name is. Don't, when you're sending me a direct message, tell me what your real name is so that I know.
That's for
in
the
addition to your
prizes
address?
because we do have prizes, and everybody who gets in the top 5 will receive a prize, but we need to know who to send it to and where to send it. So that's the
Right.
reason for sending Nancy your snail mail contact information is basically what she's looking for.
So I need your name and your mailing address.
You got mine, right?
Yes.
Already.
Who said that?
Amber.
Well, yeah, but you still have to,
Yeah,
yes, I've got yours
finished
for
it.
something else.
Yeah.
Just like I've also got Harriet's, and I've got a lot of people's, but I need, you guys can move.
Mhm. I would be interested in finding out from participants, perhaps in one of the chats near the end. Because we ask this every year. How easy or how difficult did you feel the questions were? We're in our 4th year now, and so coming up with new questions, some of the questions we do reuse. So, if the question was asked 3 or 4 years ago, there's no reason not to reuse it because nobody will remember that it had been used before. But we always try and have the questions run from fairly easy to quite difficult.
Diabolical.
Yeah, diabolical actually. And we want to have a few that are really hard, that are really going to challenge how much trivia you truly know, but we don't want to make them so hard that people are scared to participate or don't want to participate because they just don't feel like they're going to know any of the answers. So
I think this year's was harder, but that might just be because I didn't reread the books this year.
Yeah,
that makes
I've
a
had the
big
same issue.
difference. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, I know I got some of gave some really dumb answers to some of the ones that I should have got, and that is literally because although I've been listening to them on and off, I haven't listened to them as intensely as I had last year.
It's true.
That does make a difference.
I thought it was quite easy this time. I don't know why. I was
you
reading
did,
the
Harriet.
books, but I found it easy.
Well,
You live in
obviously
Atlantis,
one.
don't you?
That's great.
Yeah, usually I'm like, in the top 5 at least once. And I only got 11 questions right this time. So maybe it's just not my year.
A recent review is really important because I know, and again, I was involved in creating the questions this year, and I was finding ones that I'm like, boy, I would not have known the answer to that, just because I also have not read the books in depth for quite a while. So yeah, the knowledge is there in the back of my head, but it needed refreshing.
Yeah. No, I did help create some of the questions also, and you can have me to curse at if you found some of them really difficult, because I seem to have a lot of fun creating those.
Yeah, me too. Mm.
Well, I think we might as well go ahead and close this down. We're just a few minutes early, but that will give everybody enough time to take a little break, go get a drink of water, whatever you need to do before the writer's session starts in a very short while. So thanks again for participating, everyone.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.